Is it I am audible now? Is it I am audible? So very good morning all of you. Let's start the today's session. So in that we will start from scratch. In that we'll learn about the core Java, nature of core Java, history of core Java, properties of the core Java. Before starting the lecture, just I want to say we need to understand why we need to understand the language. Okay, there are different kinds of language. Some are the basic languages, some are multi-flow of control, or what we can say that multi-threaded languages. Why we need that? Okay. To become a career in software development, to become a career in the administrative field, to become a career in the testing field, we require some languages. So if you want to build your own software, so first of all, we need to understand what is a software. Once we get the definition of software, you can think that how we will do that. Okay, so first of all, we'll check what is the software. See, here I had wrote some statement regarding the software. So what is the software? Development is a process which will convert imaginary part into reality part by writing some set of programs, by writing some set of rules. What does it mean? Means that we need to think, okay, whatever we think, we need to convert it into reality part. And if you want to convert the reality part, means imaginary part to reality part, we need to writing some rules, set of program. What is a program? Program is nothing but by using a different kind of languages. For example, we can say that Python is there. For example, ASP.NET is there. For example, Java is there. That are the multi-threaded programming languages. So we can convert our imaginary part into reality part. This is the basic definition, and definitely it will ask in the interview for first time what is software. Okay, so see in that section, just we need to focus on this part, imagination. Okay, for example, I want to imagine, I want to create my own calculator. For example, I want to create my website. For example, I want to create some program. Okay, so just imagination is important. Once you get the imagination, see, languages are pretty similar. For example, when we talk about the Python, when we talk about the Java, when we talk about the C, C++, they are pretty same. For example, variable is there. The concept of variable will be available in all languages. The concept of data type will be available in all languages. The concept of what we say keyword is available in all languages. The concept of OOPS feature, object-oriented programming, available in several languages like C++, Java, ASP.NET, and Python. See, they are similarly, pretty similar. But what is the difference? Difference is nothing, but everything will be happen by using the imagination. Okay, how we will do that? How we can create a program? So everything will be depend on the imagination, and your salary, your increment will be depend on the also imagination. So we need to focus on the target, that means imagination. Okay. For example, what are the different kinds of way are available to do the program? For example, I want to create some program. So what are the ways are available? By using that, we can do the program. Just I will give you an example. For example, I want to find out the even number. So does we have only one solution? No, we have lots of solutions. We can say that we have 4 to 5 solutions are available to find out whether the given number is even or odd. So it will be depend on the imagination. Now, when we talk about the software will be categorized into 3 parts. First one is a system software, second one is application software, and third one is an internet software. We can say that distributed. So actually, when we talk about the software, these softwares will be categorized in only 3 parts. They have the different names, but majorly they fall into 3 categories. System software, the name itself indicates that to run the system, we require some certain side of software. For example, I want to use a printer, I want to use a driver. I want to watch video. Okay, like that stuff. That term called as a system. Application, some certain application will be executed by using a software. For example, I want to create a database. Okay, I want to store a data in a backend. Okay, I want to use some middleware like that. So by using that application, we can use some certain kinds of things. So that's why we'll use application. We will learn about detail. Don't worry about it. Okay. Just this is a scratch lecture, so we don't know. Assume that we don't know about the Java, but I want to become a perfect in a Java language. So we require this theoretical part. Okay. ऐसा नहीं कर सकते कि we don't know about the software, we don't know about the system software, application software, and we're trying to create our own software. ऐसा नहीं होगा. And third one is internet software. Internet means that application, that software will be executed on the browser. There are lots of softwares are available by using that. So for example, I want to compress some PDF file. I want to convert the file into image to PDF, PDF to doc, like that. So that software will be useful by using the browser. Okay, so that term called as internet software. Software will be fall into three categories: system software, application software, internet software. Don't worry about that. I wrote the statement and I will share a PPT with you also. Okay, just watch this video repeatedly if you had some QT. Now, when we talk about the any application, this application will be divided into two types. Application, earlier we seen that application software. This term is not application. Okay, so any application, for example, that I want to install, that I want to execute, will be fall into two categories. Okay, अभी इसमें भी ना development, for example, placed in the I placed in the MNC company, so they offered me a profile. Okay, so for example, whether I am a standalone application developer, whether I am a distributed application developer. That means majorly the application will be fall into two types. Which one? First one is standalone application, and second one is a distributed application. Make a note of that. Why there is a need to learn these things. These are the theoretical part. We don't know about the programming. Presently, you can start with the programming. ऐसा नहीं होता है. First of all, we need to understand the theory, and later on we will learn the practical. See, maybe tomorrow and half lecture, that we will start the actual implementation. So application first will be the standalone application. There have some properties, and second one is a distributed application. They have some property. First of all, we'll discuss about the standalone application. What is a standalone application? So just I will explain in small thing. Okay. So what is a stand? The application which will be reside on computer. Application which will be run in the local disk or local context of disk. Okay, that application called as a standalone application and whose result is not shareable. Whose result is not shareable. Okay, for example, consider one application called as a calculator. How we can use a calculator? We'll open the calculator, we perform some addition, we will provide the input, one value, we'll perform the addition, we'll provide the another value, we get some output. That application will reside in only computer without internet. We can say that the application we are using without internet, or that will be the application will be reside on local disk and whose result is not shareable. For example, 10 plus 10, we get that 20, and that 20 will not shareable. नहीं यूज हो रहा है. ओके, बाहर सेम पीसी को छोड़ के दूसरी तरफ कभी नहीं यूज हो रहा है. सो दैट मींस दिस रिजल्ट इज नॉट शेयरेबल. द बेस्ट एग्जांपल इज अ कैलकुलेटर. Other application is also available. For example, other application we can say that Microsoft Paint. In that Microsoft Paint will be installed inside my computer, so I can open it, I can perform it. The application will be reside on my local disk, and once the application perform, once my task is confirmed, I will close it. My result is not shareable. Application will be executed on local disk. अभी क्यों बात कर रहे हैं हम? What is the need of that? So interview will ask what are the kinds of application we can build in Java. if someone asks the question regarding what kinds of application we can build in Java, so we have option two. First one is a standalone application and second one is a distributed application. So they will ask what is a standalone application. So in that case, we need to specify the answer, the application which will be run on local disk and whose result is not shareable. If someone asks, if you ask what is the example, specify calculator, Microsoft Paint. Second one is the application is called as a distributed. The name itself indicates what is a distributed application. Distributed application is nothing but the application which will be executed on or which will be available on the context of World Wide Web. We can say that W3. That means application available on the browser and whose result is shareable is called as a distributed application. Example, Facebook. I'm trying to access my Facebook account from the city of Aurangabad. I'm trying to access my Facebook account in the city of Pune and I can share my post, I can share my result. Okay, in that case distributed application में क्या होता है shareable allow होता है and which will be run in the context of browser or world wide web. This is the application and this important thing. See, application will be categorized into two types, standalone application and distributed application. First, standalone application will be executed on the local disk and whose result is not shareable. Example, calculator and Microsoft Paint. Distributed application which will be run in the context of World Wide Web and whose result is shareable. Okay, make a note of that. Example, Facebook, Gmail, and that. So I already told that in IT we develop two types of applications, standalone application and distributed application. So earlier we discussed about that there are three different categories of software. Which are they? One is the system software, software, and third one is the internet software. So now we need to categorize. Now we need to categorize these software into standalone application and distributed application. See, system software is required. See, so just quickly recap. See, we have these three categories of software: system software, application software, and internet software. Now we need to categorize these three categories into standalone application and distributed application. See, first one is the system software. See, why we require a system software to run our system. What is system? Operating system. What are the kinds of operations we require? For example, display manager is required, some driver is required, system operation is required. For example, I want to open any operations. So for that, resource allocation is required. To run the system, we require a system software. To perform the operational system, we require a system software. That will be reside on the local disk. You need to think that that will be reside on local disk means first category will be available for standalone application. As इसका ना browser पे system I want to run my laptop. Okay, does we requiring any software from browser? No. Is required prerequisite thing. So that means system software comes under the category of standalone application. Application. Application software. What is that application software? Application software is required to do account. Break. What is that? Application. What is application software? To perform certain operations. For example, I want to store a data in a backend. I want to perform some tasks. I want to insert a data, update a data, delete a data. For particular operations, we require a certain software. Then again, application software is required. This software also belongs in a standalone application. The data will be stored in backend. Nowadays, we can say that application software will be categorized in standalone and distributed also. The previous thing, so in that we have one laptop, and in that laptop we can store the data. Video account, who is this? And third one is a internet software. So when we talk about the internet software, then that means that category will be available for the distributed application. When we talk about the distributed application, see, internet category means the application which will be reside on the World Wide Web. Yes, whatever I taught, these two types application software, in that applications, standalone application and distributed application. Okay, standalone application and distributed application. So these will be available in two types. So what is a standalone application? I already discussed that. A standalone application is one which run in the context of local disk. All standalone applications are not shareable, and whose result is not shareable. The system software and application software comes under the category of standalone application. Make a note of that. A note of that. Different kinds of application. For example, Microsoft Office is there. For example, Microsoft Paint is there, calculator is there, accessories, different kinds, magnifier is there. So that application will be considered as application software. That application will be treated as a standalone application. Simply, we need to think that the application which will be available on the local disk. The application which will be available on the local disk called as a standalone application. I will share the PPT, don't worry about it. There is no need to write anything. Distributed application. A distributed application is one which can be accessed across the globe, and distributed application is also which runs in the context of World Wide Web. See, we already discussed about that. So, for example, when we talk about the World Wide Web, assume that you need to watch one movie, which will be the online. How will you watch? Will open the browser, whether it is a Google Chrome, whether it is a Microsoft Explorer, whether it is a Chrome, Mozilla, or Microsoft Edge. Different kinds of browsers are available. We'll open the browser and we'll write the address in the URL, for example, like www.google.com. So if you want to watch the movie, for example, www.movie.com, we'll hit that in URL and we can watch the. So that means such a type of application will be available through the browser. इसे कहते हैं हम distributed application. See, now you are in a third year or where you are in a second year. So we need to categorize at least what kind of application we are using. Whether it is a system software, whether it is an application software, whether it is a distributed application. Okay. So we need to categorize that. And to develop distributed application, we need to understand the client server architecture, two-tier entire architecture. We'll discuss in later. Don't worry about that. Okay. So these are the theory. We already discussed what are the softwares available in system software. We'll discuss later. Okay. You can make a message. Okay. Right now we'll discuss on topic only. So system software, application software, internet software. These are the three important things. What is system software? It is used to develop the functionality of hardware devices. Example C and ALP, assembly language programming. So to provide the functionality, when we talk about the operating system, see, when we talk about the operating system, the software, or we can say that the system software are developed in C language. Okay, when we talk about the drivers, when we talk about the printer spooler, when we talk about the graphical things, that will be developed by using a C language. Okay, system software. So system is nothing but operating system software. Application, it is used to develop the organization oriented application. This is also known as a backend software. I already discussed that. Databases, whatever like that. Internet software, it is used to develop the distributed application. See, we need to understand this thing. Okay, this is the theory. Don't worry about it. Definitely tomorrow in half lecture we'll start that. Okay. So now the historical part. See, what did we learn in the future? First of all, we need to understand who is the interview में ये भी पूछा जाता है. For example, GD, okay, group discussion. They provide a subject, for example, Java. or they provide a subject like James Gosling. So at least we need to understand who is the author, who is the developer of that language. Okay, when we talk about the C language, we all know that Dennis Emrich is there. Okay, when we talk about the C++, when we talk about the Java, okay, so there are different kinds of languages and the authors are available. Now we are learning a Java language and we must know that who is the author. So what is a Java? See, and who is the developer, where is it developed, like that things also important. Which year the language is developed, like that. Okay. Java is a distributed language developed by the James Gosling. He is the first author of Java. Still, the book of Java available, okay, who provided by the James Gosling. The book will be available. I think the size of that book it would be in PDF. The book is available and the size is nothing but 10 to 20 MB, 15 MB maybe. I had that book. I will share with that. In that book, all the details of Java is available. Okay. Lots of when we talk about the local author book or when we talk about the international books, all the refer, all the books are referred from that James Gosling book, and the book is available. Okay. When we talk about the Hungarian notations, okay, how to write a class, how to write a variable, how to write a function. Okay, they follow the rules. Even the James Gosling followed the books. Okay, so now I already told that Abhishek, we will discuss in later. Right now, continue your lecture. We'll discuss in later after 9:30. So Java is a distributed technology developed by the James Gosling and Patrick. Patrick, who is Patrick? Patrick is the second author, and the language is developed in the year of 1990. So implemented by Java Soft Inc. USA, that is called as a Sun Microsystem. Nowadays, when we talk about the Java, still Java is available in Sun Microsystem? No. Currently, the Sun Microsystem, okay, Sun Microsystem is purchased by the Oracle. Okay, Oracle is a corporation company. They purchase all the rights of Java language. Earlier, before 8 to 10 years ago, the author of Java, or we can say that the company of Java is the Sun Microsystem. Right now, and earlier, when we talk about the 10 years back, in that case, we get a certificate of Java, Sun Microsystem Sun Microsystem Certified Java Developer. That time we get the certificate Sun Microsystem Certified Java Developer. Right now, when we apply for the certification in Java, we get the Java Certified, Oracle Certified Java Developer. Now, because this company is owned by the Oracle company. The original name of the Java language is Oak. Name of the Java language is Oak, which is a tree name. Later on, in the year of 1995, the Oak was revised and software called as a Java, okay, which is a coffee seed name. ये ना theory थोड़ी सी पता होनी चाहिए. So while preparing for the exam, while appearing for the interview, so they will ask what is the oldest name of the Java, okay, what will be the Java, is it a seed name, coffee seed name? Who is the owner of the Java language, author of the language, first author, second author? When the language is developed, okay, in which company the language is developed, they will ask question regarding that. Okay. Now, whenever Java release, they release in the market in the three categories. So now we are focusing on the first category. See, J2ES. For software development, we require only first category. Java 2 Software Edition, Java 2 Enterprise Edition, Java 2 Mobile Edition. Okay, so this one is called as a, we can say that core Java, and this one is called as a advanced Java, and this one is a mobile edition. Earlier, before Android, we using a jar phone. Here, before the Android, we using the Java phone. Okay, so in that J2ME is available. So G2 Java 2 Mobile Edition also called as our Java 2 Micro Edition. So now we need to focus on the J2ESC Software Edition. So now this is quite easy, and these are the most important feature of Java. We'll discuss one by one. Don't worry about that. After that, we'll close today. Okay. After that, tomorrow, starting with a variable or starting with a constant, static variable, non-static, instantly we'll do the program. Okay, static, non-static variable, final, and after that we'll start some operator related things. Okay. Now, features of Java. First one is a Java is a simple. First thing is Java is very simple. Why? What is the reason that? So when we talk about the programming languages, first is a C language. Okay, it's older language. When we talk about the Java C language, the language is developed in the year of 1972, and later on the publicly available in the year of 1978. Okay, by using that language, several languages are created. When we talk about the C language, C++ is created by using a C language. That means object-oriented features. After that, by using C language, Java language is created. By using C language, we can say that Python language is created. All the other languages will be created. So why Java is simple? First thing I can share, see, I have all the information regarding that, and I had a theory. See, why Java is simple, why platform independent. We'll discuss only by using this. Okay. Why Java is simple? See, first thing, Java is a simple. What is the reason behind that? Because Java is free from pointer. What is a pointer? We already know in a C language, we already know in a C++ language. What is a pointer? Pointer is used to store the address of another variable. And to represent a pointer is quite harder. Okay. So when we talk about the scope of variable in C language, curly brace open and curly brace close, the scope of variable will be available within a curly brace open and curly brace close. To provide wider scope, we need to use the pointer. C language. Similarly, Java supports the pointer implicitly. There is a no need to write a program in Java explicitly. Means Java does not uses a pointer as an name. Java uses pointer implicitly. Explicitly, we need not write any program. Directly, the scope of variable will be available. And second, it contains huge set of libraries, APIs, application protocol interface. See, it contains huge set of application protocol interface. For example, I want to connect with a database, then I will use a JDBC. If you want to create a mail, then I will use the Java mail server. Okay. If you we say you want to perform some string related operation, then I can use a library. If you want to send a message, then I will use a JMS. Okay, the huge set of libraries are available. I can easily use that library to develop my application. So majorly, if someone asks why Java is simple, so you can specify that Java is a free from pointer. Second thing, it contains a huge set of library. Okay. Platform independent, other languages like Java is a platform independent that will be available or executed on any operating system. Okay, whether it is Windows, whether it is Mac OS, whether it is a Linux, okay, whether it is a paid or whether it is open source. Okay, so it will be executed. That's why we can say that is a platform independent. When we talk about the architectural neutral, that means it will be depend on the processor. What is a processor? We all know that Pentium 1, P1, P2, P3, Core 2 Duo, Dual Core, i3, i5, i7, i9. These are the processors. Okay. So Java is architectural neutral. That means it will support 32-bit architecture, 64-bit architecture. It will support P1, P2, P3, Core 2 Duo, Dual 2 Core. Okay, i3, i5, i7, i9. So that means architectural neutral. Fourth one is a portable. Java is a portable. When the language is portable, the language is portable when the Java is independent. That means when the language is portable, if it is independent and if it is architectural neutral. That means combination of point 2 and point 3. That means any software will be executed. Any software will be executed on any operating system, on any operating system and any processor called as a portable. The operating system and architecture neutral called as a portable. मतलब क्या है कि that application must be executed on any operating system, any flavor of operating system, and any architecture, whether it is a 32, whether it is a 64, but that's a portable. That's why Java is a portable language. Java supports the multi-threading. It's quite important. ये हमने last बार ना example किया था. I don't know whether you attended the lecture. If you did not attend, so I suggest watch the videos. So I already shared the videos on group. Watch the first and second demo version. So in that I did a program on multi-threading. So Java supports the multi-threading. Now, when we talk about the C language, does C language support the multi-threading? No. C language does not support the multi-threading. C++ does not support the multi-threading. What are the kinds of languages are available to support the multi-threading? Now we can say that C is not, C++ is not, Java, ASP.NET, and Python. These are the multi-threaded programming language. Okay, what is multi-threaded? So in that, the flow of control is different. For example, I wrote a small program that will be executed on that own way. Second program that will be executed on own way. Third program that will be executed on own way. And I combine these three programs, but simultaneously they will execute. This feature is called as a multi-threading, multiple flow of program. Now, Java is a distributed language, obviously. Okay, so there is no need to describe. So Java is a distributed application. Java is a network in that Java support trusted network as well as untrusted network. What is a trusted? Trusted is nothing but set of autonomous computers interconnected with each other. For example, WAN connectivity, wireless जो WAN connectivity, wide area network जो होता है ना, so that means that these are the trusted. Untrusted means a set of non-autonomous computer interconnected with each other. For example, LAN, local area network. So that is called as a Java support T network and U network, trusted and untrusted. Java is robust. We all know that it's bug-free language. Java is a dynamic. Java is a secure. Java supports high performance. Java is interpreted language. Okay, so it will convert high-level language into low-level language. Last one, Java is supports object-oriented feature. Okay, so that means the concept of Java has class, object, polymorphism, function overloading, function overriding, inheritance, dynamic binding, message passing, like that. Java के जितने features होते हैं ना C++ के, that will be available in the inside this. Okay, so this is about the theoretical part of the Java, and day after tomorrow. See, this is the basic. In that we learn what are the categories of software, what are the kinds of software. Okay, so just we learn about that and what are the features of Java. Tomorrow onwards, we'll directly start with the concept of variable. What are the kinds of variable, constant, like that stuff. And directly we'll start the chapter of. I already know that you learn operator in C language, you learn operator in the C++. Okay, so similarly, still we need to learn about that languages. Okay, so with the help of class and object, how can do that? With the help of without class and object, how we can do that? So we can execute. I can show you one of the operator. You need to perform other operator. I will show you one example. Okay, so you need to perform the other operation. Okay, so to build the imagination power. In that case, you need to understand you need to increase your imagination power. Once you can do that, so definitely, okay, midnight को भी इसने बोला ना, you need to write a program of multi-level inheritance. Okay, so in that you will get the idea. And I will take your questions.